Today's history. Today will be remembered. Years from now, the young will ask with wonder about this day. Today is history, and you are part of it. That's a quote from Schindler's List that has a habit of resonating in my head on days like this. In case you haven't heard the news, earlier today it was announced that Queen Elizabeth II passed away at the age of 96. She had been the reigning monarch of England for 70 years, I think. I read in the news. I think second longest serving monarch in history. That's big. This video is just me getting my thoughts out, because even though over here in America the news doesn't have as big an impact for us as it does in the UK, I'm sure over there emotions are running very high. I read somewhere that there's like 10 or 12 days of mourning that are going to be set aside. The country's basically going to shut down. The whole region, if not the country, is going to shut down for about a couple of weeks or so. No matter what you might think of the royal family, I don't think anybody's going to be able to deny this is the end of an era. There's no question about it. And, you know, even though it doesn't really affect us that much, I'm sure it does affect some people here. I'm sure there are some people here who think highly of the royal family, or at least follow them. Maybe they're feeling a little emotional about this. There might be some people from England and the UK living over here. I'm sure they're feeling emotional about it. But the reason that quote resonates in my head is because news happens every day. But there are days where events happen that it gives the day a completely different vibe. You know, like it just makes you stop everything. Like time stops. And you're riveted on that one event for that day and for several days to come. It'll be all anybody will talk about. You know? I made a post on Instagram earlier today mentioning the Queen's passing. And Darth Paradigm made a comment that even before they announced her passing, they had mentioned her health issues and the day had a different vibe to it. His exact words were, sometimes history resonates. And he is exactly right, I think. Certain events, they become historical right when they happen, not over time. You look back, some examples I can think of are Challenger exploding. I was a kid when that happened. Baby Jessica McClure, she was about, what, 2, 3, when she fell down the well. Everybody was riveted on all the efforts to get her out. Anytime there's like a global assassination or other violent event, those of you old enough, back in '63 when Kennedy was killed, when President Reagan, you know, in early 80s when he had been shot. 9/11, that goes without saying. The Columbia disaster, you know. There are certain events that become history right when they happen. This is one of those days. You know. Over in England, that's going to be their focus, but I will not be surprised if over here that becomes our focus, or at least our partial focus for a while as well. I mean, I'm even making a video about it, you know? That's the impact. I think that there were a lot of people who might not have thought highly about the royals as a whole, but they might have held her in high regard. Because when you think about it, that was, even though England is governed by a prime minister and parliament, the royal family doesn't really hold any governing power, but they have power nonetheless, of a kind of power, you know? So, being queen was not something that she sought. She was born into it. And she, even as she got older, she did not abdicate the throne to Charles or William or anybody. She was the reigning queen to the very end. That says something. She didn't look to get out of it. That was her duty. She held the position to the end. Even though she didn't ask for it, she was born into it, she accepted it, and she did it. If nothing else, I think you have to respect that. You know? So, it's the end of an era. You know? I mean, I'm certainly old enough. I'm 46. So maybe the younger generation doesn't quite get it, but I feel it to a point. I'm sure there are people older than me who are really feeling that vibe, you know? But, like I said, this was just something that, thoughts bouncing in my head sometimes, you know, thoughts bouncing in your head, sometimes you gotta get them out, whether on paper or on video. So I just wanted to get this out there. You know, to her family, condolences to them. Losing a parent, a grandparent, is never an easy thing, whether you're a royal family or not. Don't mind the bells. I live near a church, and it's 6 o'clock as I'm recording this, so they always go off at that time. And if you're watching this and you're from England or the UK, maybe you're feeling the emotions. Thoughts with you. Hope you're thinking about the next several days. Because it might not be our culture, but it is yours. You know? Just because we don't go by that doesn't mean we should thumb our nose at those who do. So. But that's about it. Just wanted to get this recorded. Now that my thoughts are out in the open, I can go about my day. Alright? See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. As always, until the next video, be good, be well, be safe, be happy.